Wastelanders. It's Jewel Smith. And this is Rose in Fallout 4. Rose the Raider. Rose the Reformed Raider. Former Raider. Now member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Sort of. Because she's romance dance and they don't like dance. We've done blind betrayal and all that. But we finished the main storyline with the Brotherhood, and she's still wearing her Brotherhood jumpsuit or whatever it is underneath her blue quantum power armor. It's been ages since we were here in Far Harbor with Rose and Dance. I do apologize for that, but it was circumstances beyond my control. Some of you know from watching previous streams that my husband needed surgery, and so I have been taking care of him and taking him to doctor's appointments and all of that. So it's been a very busy time, and I haven't had a chance to sit down and stream very much. But I was able... When was the last time? The last time I streamed with Rose and Dance looks like it was back on November 9th, which would have been before my husband's surgery. So it's been a while. And then, since then, I have streamed a few times. I've managed to do a few streams. Let's see here. I think we did, I did a little Skyrim streaming and a little bit of Fallout Shelter back before Thanksgiving so we could see the Thanksgiving goodies. They do little themed rooms and decorations and things in Fallout Shelter for the holidays. So I did a little bit of that, but otherwise I haven't been doing much with this channel except uploading some Fallout Shelter quest walkthrough videos, which are not streamed. They're just little video clips I upload, edit and upload to show the different quests in Fallout Shelter. But here I am. I'm back. back in the saddle again, and it's been a very eventful time. Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome to the chat room. Let me hop over here. There we are. Oh man, it seems like forever. It's been forever. It's been almost a whole month since I've played Fallout 4. Well, since I streamed Fallout 4. I did actually play a little bit while my husband was unwell. I didn't want to try to stream while he wasn't feeling well because there was just... He was on so many different medications and had so many different appointments and so many different things I had to do for him. He had some special dietary needs and things going on, and there was just no way for me to sit down and have a block of an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours of time to stream. It was just impossible. But what I did manage to do was a little tiny bit of playing of Fallout 4 here and there.
Fog doesn't get us, the storms will.
And what I did was I did a little bit of building. I didn't do anything else. I just did some building. I came here. Right now I'm at Echo Lake Lumber. Let's take a look at the map. I am level 91. And there we are at Echo Lake Lumber. No, I want to zoom out the map. There we go. Let's see our provisioners linking. We have Dalton Farm, National Park Visitor Center, Longfellow's Cabin. Ooh, there's a bunch of people at Longfellow's Cabin. I gotta get over there and take care of that. I'm trying to recruit people. I think I have a recruitment beacon up over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and head over there. And I'll grab some people. The last time I was playing this with Rose, what did we do? We had built a gun shop and a Vim soda fountain at the Far Harbor Visitor Center, and then I had added a Creation Club edition, expansion, whatever you want to call it, paid mod, whatever, that was for a special noir penthouse character home or player home or whatever you call it, and we went and checked that out. There was a little quest line, a very well done quest line. I thought I liked the writing, and I liked the way it was structured. It was very interesting. So we followed the little quest line, and we found the noir penthouse for what that's worth, because I don't imagine Rose is really going to spend much time there. But it was cool to look at, and cool to see, cool to do. I highly recommend it. It was fun. Yeah, there's all kinds of people. Good lord. What's the matter with you guys? Oh, they don't have enough beds. Alright, well let's just send you other places. Let's move you around here. Let's move you to... Where can we go here? How about Echo Lake Lumber? And who else do we have here? Oh, look, she's got a cool shirt. Oh, that's right. I had also added some kind of t-shirt pack or something from the Creation Club, so it makes their clothing a little more interesting. Some of them have these new t-shirts. What is that one? Can't tell. It looks like it says awesome. I don't know what else is on there. Okay, you. Let's move you as well over to Echo Lake Lumber. And who else do we have here? That's the provisioner. Oh, this is my house. The house I built for Dance and myself. Well, for Dance and Rose. Why are you in my house? Just hang, oh, they're sleeping in my house. Well, I guess they have to because there's not enough beds. I get it. I get it. Actually, let's send you... I think I just sent you. Let's send you to Dalton Farm instead. Dalton Farm needs some love. There we go. We'll send you to Dalton Farm. I will hop over to Twitter and tweet out that I am in the wasteland. Alright, let's see. Who else? Who needs to be sent somewhere? This person looks like they don't know. They don't have a place to go. Lots of ladies. Where are all the gentlemen? Getting a whole lot of ladies here. Let's take a look and see what we've got now for our settlements. Dang it, I keep doing that. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see. I'm used to playing Fallout Shelter, and zooming in and zooming out are the left and right trigger buttons. But for this, zooming in and out is the joystick. Alright, 8 people here, 9 people here. 6 out at Dalton Farm now. 9 at Echo Lake Lumber. We're going to have to get out there and build some beds. I think I need to send one more to the National Park Visitor Center. I need 1 or 2 more people out here. I was also working on this when I was not able to stream. So let's send a couple of people. So 1 to the National Park Visitor Center and maybe 1 more to Echo Lake Lumber. Who else doesn't have a job? Let's take a look. He's got a job? Unless he assigned himself. He may have assigned himself. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh yeah, people might be sleeping too. Let's go look around in some of the beds. There's a little cabin over here with a couple of beds, I think. Yep. Oh, see, here's a person. Another lady. Good lord. Alright, well, we'll send her to the visitor center. She can go to the visitor center. Hey, Victor O, how you doing? I'm back in the wasteland. Let's see here. If I have anything to store. Junk, yes I do. Ooh, coffee tin. Let's store that. Those are not found all that often. So we don't want to accidentally use it. It's a junk item. It can be used for its, I think it's got aluminum in it or something, but you also need it for making buzz bites and coffee and other things. So, because I have these Slocum's Joe Creation Club thingy. I can't figure out what I want to call it. Some people call them paid mods. Some people don't want to call them mods because it's not the same as they're not fan-made mods. They're, you know, sanctioned content or whatever. They're not exactly expansions. They're not like DLC or anything, I guess. Well, I guess they are technically downloadable content, but they're not the same as other, you know, like official DLCs would be. Like Far Harbor's considered a DLC, so is Slocum's Joe considered a DLC? I don't know. But anyway, Creation Club content. Let's just call it that. How about that? Anyway, but I do have Slocum's Joe, so I can make coffee and tea and donuts and things. Alright, well we're good here. Well, it looks like I've got... What is this? What is this telling me? Help defend outpost Simonja. Nope, don't think I'm gonna. Let's turn that off. I've still got the main quest line to do here in Far Harbor. At some point I need to go confront the Children of Atom and get into their computers and do this Dima stuff, which I've done before. I did it in my first playthrough. This is actually my second playthrough of the game, for those who may not have watched before. And I'm not eager to do that Dima stuff because I remember it being a pain in the ass. Alright, so Longfellow's cabin. Let's go back. Let's go to the visitor center. Check that out. Hey, Dutch Gamer, how you doing? Victor's eating soup. It's cold today. Yeah, it's cold here too. Now, I noticed when I logged on today and started playing Fallout, there was a little notice, you know, when you get the main title screen and it'll say updates or whatever. And I also noticed on my PS4 that there was a recent update. I think it was done on maybe Wednesday. There was an update to Fallout 4. And then when I logged in, the title screen said updates. And it said something about space aliens. Zetans or Zetans, however you say that. And it just said watch the skies for more information about that. And I don't know if that's a Creation Club thing or a thing that they added to the game. I didn't think they were doing game updates. I didn't think they would be adding more official content. It's got to be a Creation Club thing. I didn't look in the Creation Club to find out. I just saw the little update notice. Alright, so here is the National Park Visitor Center. And I've been doing a little bit of building when I wasn't able to stream. I built this guard post over here at the edge of the settlement along this stone wall. I put in some turrets. I kind of reconfigured the front entrance just a little bit. Got this little artist in residence studio area here. Put in a paint can. Oh, that stupid ghoul body is back. I tried to move these ghoul bodies, but and this guy with all his chunks, they're just gonna be there forever, I guess. Good job, Fallout. But here's a little house that belongs to the artist in residence. And here's a little defensive wall area with another guard post. And I put in this little, I kind of got this idea from IceStella. I don't remember which one of her videos I was watching, but she has these little areas where the guards can kind of like sit and have a cigarette break or, you know, whatever. But I figured, you know, I've got this little cabinet here, locker, where they can keep some things they might need. Snacks, frag grenades, you know. A little seat to sit down if somebody's out here keeping them company. We don't want them sitting down on the job too much, but, you know. If there's a few of them on duty. And this little guard watch here. I don't think we really get attacked from this side very much, though. That's the hotel side. And there's a hotel right over there. Usually when we get attacked at this settlement, it seems to come from back here. I put up... I left this standing. You can scrap this, but I left it, and I put up a little sign that says Vim. Put up some neon lights. Because we have the Slocum's Joe donut shop down here. I built that in another live stream. It's kind of a little walk-up place. Doesn't have a place to go in and sit down. It's one of those kind of where you walk up and place your order and then you can go sit under the patio there. Or you can come over here and watch them making the donuts. There's bathrooms back here. But I also put in the Vim soda fountain back here, so I figured I would put a little sign. I wanted to put a little arrow, but the big light up arrows was just, it was too big for that spot. You just wipe your feet on the dead ghoul there. Alright, so I had built this earlier. This little weapon shop. Little armor shop. Seeing to the needs of the settlement. There's a glowing barrel back here. We had put this ghoul in the barrel. Apparently it doesn't want to stay there. Oh, come on. There you go. You just stay right there. Uh-huh. Nope. You'll fall right out, huh? Boop, boop. Nope. Okay. And then I also worked on this porch area, and this has been kind of the bane of my existence for a while. You guys, if you've watched any of my previous live streams of being on Far Harbor, ever since I got this settlement, I have been screwing around with this stupid porch.
What was that? Nice.
Oh, thanks, dude. Do you have a job? Do I need to assign you to something? No, you have a job. You're a farmer. Okay. What about you? Nope. And you? Okay, you're all good. Fine. I don't think both of you need to be on food, though. Well, anyway, I've been screwing around with this stupid porch, trying to get it covered over properly and all lined up, and I've tried so many different workshop pieces, and nothing would fit in here and fill the whole thing in to look like a covered porch. And I finally got it to work. I didn't do that while I was streaming, but I did it, I think it was last week sometime. I used the scaffolding. The scaffolding worked. So there you go. If you're wondering how to fill that in, that's how I did it. I did it with the scaffolding. It's filled in all the way back and all the way across. I managed to do it with the scaffolding.
And we live another day.
Alright. And you can come up here, and it's possible to walk through here, out onto the porch. Well, it's not really a porch. You're above the porch, I guess. But there's this open doorway here and here in the sides of the building. So if I wanted to, I could build something up here. In my first playthrough, I did. I had this all enclosed. It became an extension of the house itself. And you can see that on my settlement tour series on my YouTube channel from my first Soul Survivor, Fiona. She expanded the house out and covered this with a roof and had a regular floor and had bedrooms in here. And she filled in the whole second floor and made it an operational second floor. She had a medical center and some more bedrooms and things. Rose is not going to go that far because I'm going to leave this in. This was part of the settlement when we unlocked it. I like having this guard post out here to keep an eye on things. Oh, hey, Malin, how you doing? Malin says it needs a spotlight tower near the main gate. Hey, you know what? That would be a good idea, except that the spotlights always seem to be glitched. They're always glitched out for me. I'll put in spotlights all over the place, and then when I come back later, they're all off, like they're not working. And I have to keep replacing them, and then they just, next time I come back, they don't work again. Has that glitch been fixed? Does anybody know? Hey, Kimberly and IceStella are here. How you guys doing? I feel like I've been spending so much time with you because I have been sending, in Fallout Shelter, I've been sending the little mini Kimberly and the little mini IceStella, the little vault dwellers, out on so many quests lately. I've got about 10 video clips I need to update and edit and then upload to the channel. I've been uploading clips to the channel as I can, but yeah, you guys are doing all kinds of quests and missions and adventures. I feel like I've been spending all this time with you. In my mind, Kimberly has pink hair. Because the little vault dweller has pink hair, I gave her. Yeah, welcome back, IceStella says. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope I'm back for good. I can't make any promises. My husband still needs a second surgery. And, of course, you know, there's so many holidays and things going on. There was Thanksgiving for us in the U.S. And then, of course, Christmas coming up and New Year's and all of that. I don't know how much streaming I'll be able to do. But it sure is nice to be back. Kimberly's so sweet. I would love to have pink hair. Well, you do. The little mini you, who's named Kimberly Awesome in my Fallout Shelter game, she has pink hair. And she's one of my top adventurers. I have 3 adventurers now. I have Celtic Granny, who I haven't seen in the chat room in ages, and I hope Celtic Granny's doing well. I hope to see her today, actually, so I can check in with her and see how she's doing. Celtic Granny, Lark Ruin, and Kimberly Awesome are my 3 who are all maxed out. And they are doing some really interesting, fun adventures. In fact, I think I just uploaded. Let's see. I think there's a little clip called "With Friends Like These," and I think that's one that the top three. Yeah, this one had Celtic Granny, Kimberly, and Lark went out on that quest because it required level 50 characters with powerful weapons, and so I sent them out to do that quest, and I uploaded the little clip yesterday. So those are on there. Someone asked me if I didn't have a microphone because I don't talk during the clips, and I had somebody leave a comment and asked me, or send me a message and asked me, does something happen to your headset? Something happen to your mic? Like, no, nothing happened to my mic. I just don't talk when I'm doing the vault, the Fallout Shelter Vault Dweller little quests, because those aren't being live streamed, and I do them at all hours of the day and night, and I'm doing them while my family's around me making noises and things like that. So I just don't use the headset. Oh, Milan is saying, the spotlights come on when there's enemies nearby, and so they stay shut off if there's no enemies. Is that how that works? Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I've done a little bit of building while I've been away. I filled in this attic. I don't know if I had shown that during my live streams. Filled in the attic. And put in some beds. A little desk. And kind of a little storage area here. Because we have the Slocum's Joe downstairs, so there's a few Slocum's Joe items and some junk stored here. I put a ghoul head on the Nuka Quantum or Nuka Cola girl. I don't know why. Why not? I was just goofing around. That's a little storage area up there. And I was saying I'd finally filled in this covered porch area, and I managed to get it to work with the scaffolding. Couldn't get it to work with anything else. And Lord knows I tried. But I got the scaffolding to work. So that's all filled in. And let's see what else is down here. Of course, the Just Like Travel Agency office. For anyone who's vacationing in Far Harbor, they can check in right there. Get some free coffee and donuts. And I worked a little bit on the gift shop. I tried to put in some slot machines. I actually had a bank of slot machines over here, but the provisioner kept trying to play with them every time that he stopped in, and so his Brahmin would be standing in the middle of the gift shop all the time, and it was annoying me. I was like, you know what? Okay, we just can't have nice things, so I got rid of the slot machines. Haven't done too much with the gift shop, but I put a few items in here. If you're a tourist, you need a camera, you need your souvenir visor, comfy pillow, stuff like that. Oh, I guess I could close that. There you go. IceStella, I don't know if you heard me saying, but I was inspired by some of your builds, and I've put in these little, I did one over here too, these kind of like little, next to the guard posts, I have these little, like, sort of break spots where they can take a break.
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
And keep their ammunition and whatnot. And there's one down here.
Whatever.
They're so cheerful here on the island. And one over here. Yeah, so I did a little bit of building. Here. And that's probably what I'm going to do today, is a little bit more building. I don't know about spotlights. What I might do is flaming barrels. I tend to be a flaming barrel kind of gal. So let's see if we can find the flaming barrels. I think those are under miscellaneous. There it is. I like to do the flaming barrels. Oh, because I was talking about how the Vim soda fountain was in here. We've got our little artist in residence area. We've got the donut shop. But the Vim pop fountain, soda fountain, is in here. That's why we have all this Vim stuff on display. The power armor. See right there. The giant Vim bottle that you can get at the Vim Pop Factory. Oh, right, and then I put some on the wall over there. IceStella saying I have barrels in 76. You like the barrels too? I put in some seats here. Yeah, I put some on the wall. I'm surprised it's still staying on the wall. Knock on wood. That's the specialty Vim there. Vim Refresh, Vim Quartz, and Captain's Blend. And then the plain old Vim is in here in the cooler. Well, let's head over. Let me check here. Hang on. No, I didn't want the workshop. Dang it. There I go. Check the bottle caps. Sure. Check the junk. I'm looking for some particular types of junk because I have a project. Nope, they don't have it here. Let's go see if she can sell me some junk. I have a little project I'm working on at the lumber mill.
Never look a trapper
And that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to head over there in a minute.
Something else. What have you got to trade today?
Yeah, step her in your mouth and just show me what you got for sale. Maybe I'll take that. And that. Let's see. Another paint can. I'll take that. I'm gonna take that teacup. Nope, that's all she's got, huh? Not quite what I wanted.
That garbage. You're going to slow us down.
Dance? Don't you get sassy with me. I'll send you to live with McCready, the two of you. Alright. So let's... Oh, there I go again. Let's go back to Echo Lake Lumber. Hello, Thomas Pablo. How you been? Long time no see. Thomas Pablo says, when are you going to play Fallout 76? I think I might do it this Tuesday. If all goes well, I haven't been doing any Try It Tuesdays for a while. I just did one this week after not doing them for a few weeks because of my husband's surgery. I just wasn't able to do any streaming, and I certainly wasn't in the mindset for trying out new games. But I did a Try It Tuesday earlier this week with a game that I wasn't expecting to do a Try It Tuesday. I wasn't planning on it, but I got an email from the developer who gave me a key code so I could play it for free. And so I went ahead and tried it. It was called Omen Sight. It was pretty interesting, actually. So I tried that out. It was kind of a last minute thing. I did a little short hour and a half stream of that. But yeah, I was thinking about the next time I do, officially do a scheduled Try It Tuesday, it was going to be Fallout 76. I was going to rent it from Redbox and try it out. Oh, Milan's saying you have Fallout 76? No, I don't have it, but we have a thing here called Redbox. Why is that there? That's weird. It's a little kiosk thing where you can go. They have them in front of drugstores and supermarkets and things. Kind of like, this thing here, you would just go up and buy a soda. Well, you can go up and rent movies and video games. And they're only a few dollars a day. And I looked it up, and Redbox definitely has Fallout 76. So I'm going to go see if I can rent it. Then I don't have to pay the full price for it. Well, not that it costs full price anymore. I think they've knocked it down about, 50% or something? But still, I don't want to pay full price. I'm just going to rent it and try it out for a Try It Tuesday. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that next week. I'll put it on the schedule. I don't have it on the schedule right now. My schedule is posted over at patreon.com/JewelSmith. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to pay any money to see all the content over there. I do have some supporters who like to throw some tips in the jar now and then, but it's not required. I don't have anything behind a paywall. It's a good spot to keep my schedule, and that's where I update my schedule, and I post updates for things like giveaways and, family issues like my husband's surgery and my surgery over the summer and that sort of thing. I'm also on Twitter, so you can find links to my websites and Twitter and stuff like that over at patreon.com or on my YouTube About page. Alright, so here we are. We're at Echo Lake Lumber, and this is what I did while I was not streaming.
What I would give to be rolling around in a genuine suit of power armor.
Okay. I built a power generator so that I could put in some street lights and other power things. I didn't put that there. That's just there with the settlement. I don't think I can I can't remove it or do anything with that. And then over here, there were these flatbed trucks, and I was able to scrap the engine part of the flatbed and leave the flatbed itself and then build on top of it. So I built this little covered area, and this is a bar. I have a bar in here on the flatbed. And yeah, and I fixed this. I put in some brick walls from the Slocum's Joe Creation Club. It doesn't quite match exactly, but close enough. So it doesn't look like a pile of crap just sitting there. Then I thought I had scrapped all of the trees that were laying in this flatbed, but I guess not. There's a tree that's come back. I wonder if there's gonna be respawning trees on this flatbed, so long as I don't scrap it. I put in some of these little awnings, raider tents they're called, but there's no raiders here. And I put in this little cooking area, meat and whatnot. I'm gonna put in maybe some countertops or, workstation kind of things along here for cooking. And I'm gonna build a little further on top of this thing if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I might have to scrap this one because it's got these little posts on it. The other one didn't have these posts. And I'm having a heck of a time trying to build onto this. So I may not be able to do it, but I want to build another little covered area here on this flatbed and then kind of have this be like a little restaurant area. George. How you doing, George? George, you're another one. I have little mini character named after you in Fallout Shelter. I send my little vault dweller, George Perez, out on quests now and then. George is saying if you wait a bit longer, Todd will pay you to play 76. Fallout 76% off is what I've heard some people calling it. Anyway, then we're going to come in here. I'm working on a shop that's going to go in here, and I'm gonna, let's see, I think I'm gonna put the name of the shop above the door here, but I'm not sure if it's gonna fit. So we'll find out. Okay, I'm gonna put it in neon lights. Should we go with white or blue? Maybe I'll go with white. I'm just kind of thinking about where I might need to put this. Okay. And what I'm doing here is I'm building a shop inside this building, and it is going to be in honor of IceStella. I am inspired to build a shop. I think I need to move the letters over just a little bit. And that's another reason why I'm also putting a little restaurant in here. IceStella likes her restaurants and cafes. And let's see here. All right. And this is the name of the shop. It's a little play on words. Beyond the Pail is the name of the shop. And inside, we're gonna have containers. So let's drop there we go. Hey Ross! Ross Gold 15 says, what settlement is this? This is Echo Lake Lumber on Far Harbor. Echo Lake Lumber. And I am on the island in the Far Harbor, there it is, Far Harbor DLC, the official expansion. There's Far Harbor and Nuka World are the two that kind of add extra areas to the game. And then there's Automatron and Vault Tech and all those ones that add content in the game itself. But, yep, I'm on the island. And the island has 4 settlements: Longfellow's Cabin, National Park Visitor Center, Dalton Farm, and Echo Lake Lumber. Oh, looks like we lost somebody. I thought Echo Lake Lumber had 9 people. Huh. Wonder what happened to them. Oh, Kimberly's saying if you do rent 76, be prepared to download huge updates. Yeah, Thank you. Thank you for the heads up. I did have, you guys know Just Like Biking. Some of you know, he's been a long-time viewer, and he's usually here on Fallout Fridays. I don't know how we're gonna show off all of these pails and buckets. Anyway, he had told me about the huge update to... His son has been playing it. And so he warned me. He said, if you're going to do it for Try It Tuesday, make sure you get it early and try downloading it. You know, give yourself some time. That looks ridiculous. We might have to not go with these shelves because these buckets are too big to fit on the shelves. So we may have to go with something else. I'll have to figure it out. Oh, George says, I saw you get excited for that new Obsidian game. I've got my fingers crossed over it. Yeah, no kidding. I am super, super jazzed about that. Outer Worlds, I think it's called. I am so excited for that. I absolutely loved Fallout New Vegas. And I just think this is going to be such a fun game. I love the way it looks. I love everything about it. First person, RPG, choice based. I've seen several photos of the gameplay, and it looks like they're going to have a system similar to Fallout New Vegas where you have different stats and you can make different dialogue choices based on your stats. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, George is saying it reminded me of Rage a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, you know, it's going to be, at this point, it's probably going to be hard to do a game that's completely original, right? Without doing something like so bizarre that people can't relate to it or want to play it. You know, because when they showed Outer Worlds by Obsidian, I saw a lot of people tweeting and heard people talking about it because I was watching some live streams of the Game Awards and stuff, and people were saying, "Oh, this looks like Borderlands. Oh, this looks, you know, a little bit. This looks like Rage. You know, this looks like it had some kind of BioShock look to it here and there. You know, because it's kind of got like a retro, futuristic thing going on. You know." Okay, you know, but, I mean, I think it would be kind of difficult at this point to make a game that didn't look like, or what was it, what's another one? You know, because you've got so many games like Dying Light, and, because that one's another one coming out. Chris Avallone, who worked on Fallout New Vegas, is supposedly working on Dying Light 2. And that's another one that's a post-apocalyptic kind of thing that looks very similar to Fallout. Because I've watched my daughter play Dying Light, the first one, on her computer when I've walked by, and it's caught my eye a few times because it looks so much like Fallout, and I'll stop and go, whoa, wait a minute, are you playing Fallout with mods that make it look better? And she's like, no, I'm just playing Dying Light, you know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's fair to make comparisons, I guess, but we don't really know till the game comes out. I couldn't get into Borderlands. I thought the Borderlands art style was too cartoony for me, and I don't know, it just really didn't capture my attention the way that Fallout New Vegas did. But I know people who played a lot of Borderlands and really liked it, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't think I'm liking this. I want to do something a little different. Let's look for some tables or something. What can we do here? Oh, Ross is asking, how do you unlock this settlement? Is there a mission for it? Yeah, for all of the settlements, Well, I shouldn't say all the settlements in Far Harbor. Let me see here. God dang it, it's so hard for me. I've been playing so much Fallout Shelter, and to zoom in on Fallout Shelter maps, it's, the trigger buttons. But for this, I gotta use joysticks. I keep... That's what I get for not playing Fallout. It's been like a month since I played Fallout 4, and I don't have the muscle memory. Okay, so Longfellow's cabin, getting that settlement is as easy as finding Longfellow in the town here and following him to Acadia, which I think is like over here somewhere or something. It's not that far away. Oh, it's down here. And then you guys become buds, and he says, hey, you can use my cabin. Right, so you get that one pretty easily. Dalton Farm you don't get until you do a series of quests for a lady named Cassie Dalton. Cassie Dalton is on the pier in Far Harbor, and you talk to her, and she'll tell you all kinds of stories about her family and all the things that have happened to her family, and she wants you to go and avenge various family members. And so you'll go all over the island, and you'll, you know, I think I had to go down here somewhere to this lighthouse and murder some raiders, and then I had to go out here to the farm and kill a giant beastie of some kind, and, you know, this, that, and the other. And you do a bunch of junk for her, and then she'll let you have Dalton Farm. Then once you've done those two, I'm trying to remember what I had to do. The visitor center, I think you have to do the captain's dance, which is part of the quest that you do in town here with the townspeople. They'll eventually send you, there's stuff you do to like help Avery and help people in town and stuff. You help the mariner, you do all these little side quests and whatnot, and then they send you out here somewheres. Zephyr Ridge Camp, I don't know if I've ever been out there yet. You come out and you do the captain's dance, which is a quest where you gotta kill beasties and do things. And then you talk to Bertha, I think her name is. There's a little kid on the docks, and she'll send you to Echo Lake Lumber. So there's a lot of stuff to eventually get Echo Lake Lumber, and also this one here, the National Park Visitor Center. That one comes from the guy who owns the bar. I think it's called the Last Plank in Far Harbor. After you've done the captain's dance, I think you have to do that first. Then you go into the bar and he'll talk to you. I think his name's Mitch, maybe. He'll talk to you about his uncle who's living by himself out here, and he wants you to go and get his uncle and tell his uncle to come back and live in town or something. Depending on how you do the quest, you can either have the uncle stay here as a settler, or you can send the uncle back to town. And then you get this visitor center as a settlement. But yeah, you have to talk to Bertha, and then you come out here to Echo Lake Lumber and you'll meet a guy. He'll talk about, I think he's a cannibal or something. He wants you to bring people for him to eat. You can do that if you want to. I don't know how that affects the settlement. I've never done it, so I don't know. But if you just kill the guy, then this becomes a settlement for you. That's what I ended up doing. But yeah, those are the 4 settlements you can get on Far Harbor. I had always wished that this was a settlement. The Cranberry Island Bog down here. I thought this would be, because it's got a little settlement icon, you know? Like, it should have been a settlement. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know if there's some way to make this a settlement. I don't think there's a workshop here. We should go down and check it out. We could do that today. Okay, George is talking about the big concern with Obsidian is that Avalon left. Ah, right. So the sense of humor is a little different. We'll see. We'll see. Still looks pretty darn good, though. Ross is asking, do you have to do the story for Far Harbor? I don't think so. Well, it depends on what story you're talking about. I have not finished the main storyline for Far Harbor yet. See, for my quests, I still have these to do. These 2. I haven't done the Arcadia, or Acadia, whatever it's called, stuff with Dima. And I haven't done anything with the Children of Adam at all. All I've done are the quests that are out of Far Harbor itself, for the people who live in Far Harbor. So that's Mitch and Cassie Dalton and Longfellow. And there's other people there. I think Avery, the Mariner. There's different people that you do little side quests and things for in this town right here. And that's all I've had to do, because like I said, I still haven't finished the actual storyline, which is the conflict between the three groups on the island. You have the humans, and you have the synths, and then you have the Children of Adam. You have the settlers, I guess you'd call them. The settlers, the synths, and the Children of Adam. Now, I haven't finished that at all, but I still managed to unlock all 4 settlements. Alright, so let's see here. I want to build, that's right, I want to build some tables. What is this? Oh, a big old giant saw. Okay. See if we can do some kind of display tables or something. Guess we could do these. There we go. Let's put our buckets on these tables here. The reason I'm doing this for IceStella, or in honor of IceStella, is because she's got this running joke about buckets. I don't remember how it got started. It was something to do with one of the build challenges she was doing. One of Morph's build challenges, I think, required a bucket of some kind or something, and it just became a running joke. Oh. Well, maybe we'll just leave you there since you fit on the shelf. And even during my stream, sometimes she would say, you know, well, you always need a bucket. Or it's nice to have a bucket, or whatever. We were always talking about buckets. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to make a shop for IceStella where we sell buckets. And that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it Beyond the Pail. But the phrase is supposed to be P-A-L-E. But I'm, you know, P-A-I-L. Ha 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 ha. I'm so funny. But I'm glad that's lighting up. Okay. And we'll just put containers of all kinds in here. That's what we'll do. Now this floor I repaired to some extent. I used the flat roofs from, oh, what was it? I think it was the warehouse. The warehouse pieces that are added by contraptions. But the same exact pieces are also in the Far Harbor workshop stuff for the barns. I think the barns also have these flat roofs. So I filled this in. Put some beds down here. Oh, we need another bed. Let's make another bed. There we go. Now everybody has a bed. And I think we can put a door right here. Let's see, structures. It's been a while since I did my building out here with my first playthrough. My first sole survivor, Fiona, but yep, there we go. Put a door in right there. She opens it right up. Alright, hey you. Let's assign you to this.
Sure.
There you go. Don't think we can put a door right here though. No, we cannot. But I can probably put a wall in here and then put the door in the wall. That might be a thing. Let's try it. Yeah, might be able to do it. Yeah, looky there. Looks pretty close. Let's see. Then we should be able to put a door in this. Yep. There we go. We'll just leave that sink there. And the toilet. That'll work. I think I also did a little bit of repair to the walls up here. Yes, I did. Look there, you can see that was a big hole, and I put some brick in there from the Creation Club. George is playing a game where you wear a bucket as a helmet. What game is that? A Divinity Original Sin 2. Okay. Hey, Jessike! How you doing?
Remember, we're out here representing.
Jessike says, good evening. This looks like a familiar place. Yes. I know you've been doing some Fallout Far Harbor building lately, haven't you? Yeah, I'm working on this shop. Oh, we should put some light in here. Let's put a light. What kind of lights do we want in here? Some ceiling fans, maybe. Ceiling fans aren't very bright though. Oh, I have some lights right here. Ah, okay, that one's not working. There is a ceiling fan here that I can't scrap and doesn't work. Let's see if we can put a light in the middle of it anyway. Yeah. Kind of makes it look like an operational ceiling fan. It's just not quite. It's not turning. That's the thing there. I should get out of my power armor though. There we go. Nobody take my power armor, please. Let me take that fusion core so you can't have it. There we go. That looks like it's centered. Excellent. So it sort of works. Now it's sort of like a ceiling fan, but not. Alrighty. Let's put up... This track lighting is pretty nice for when you want to light up a particular area. And let's put a sign over this. I don't like the way these... I mean, I understand why they have the writing on them like that. Like they'll say bar or general or clothing or whatever. I understand why they do that so you can tell them apart at a glance. I wish they had done that a little differently. I always end up covering it up somehow because I think it just looks dumb. That looks better. Okay. This register was already here. It was part of the settlement. I just didn't scrap it. There was another register here too. Oh, right. We have this. This glitchy thing. Let's see if I can pick it up and put it in the corner somehow. There you go. Get it out of the way here. Alright, but I need to run some conduit down to this end. That's as far as electricity goes, so the light's not working down here. We're gonna have to take care of that. You've been going crazy at Dalton Farm, just like... Oh, you uploaded it yesterday. Okay. No, I didn't check your channel. I will go look. I love that little ceramic donut shop, though. Are you going to do anything with that? I don't know how you would do a video of it. You know, maybe just share the pictures or something, but that is so cute. Just like found a ceramic donut shop figurine kind of thing at a thrift store, like in real life, and modded it, painted it. I don't know what you did. How did you do that? Whatever you did, you made it look exactly like a Slocum's Joe shop. It was pretty cool. I don't want you to go there. I want you to go here. Come on, right there. There we go. Now we should have light in here. There we go. We have light all the way back into the corner. Excellent. We need lights out here, don't we? Very rustic. I don't know if we want anything other than rustic out here. But it won't go on the beams. Okay. That doesn't help. Maybe we can put a street lamp out here. There we go. Whoop. Why does this not want to work now? Okay. Maybe I gotta run a bit of conduit over here too. And it won't go there. Okay. See if it'll go up on the roof. That's fine. Wire it up to the street light. There we go. Yay! George is saying, I liked Dalton Farm a lot. I made condos there. Yeah, Dalton Farm is fun. Well, I think all of these settlements out here at Far Harbor Island are a lot of fun because there's a lot of space to work with. Whole lot of space to work with. Because this one extends all the way over here. Well, you know, just like you and I were talking the other day about how I had to put in a Christmas tree lot in my first playthrough of Fallout 4. My first Soul Survivor had put a Christmas tree lot right here. I'm gonna scrap this. Oh, it fell off the back. Anything else? I turned this into a garden. Now, in my first Soul Survivor made these condos. She put in apartments. She put floors, and there was like 3 levels. So there was top floor, middle level, and then the ground floor. And each row was an apartment or 2. So she had built over all of this with apartments. But this I'm just going to do for Rose. It's going to be a garden because there's all this dirt in here. I had actually, I don't know if you guys remember, a few live streams ago, a few episodes ago, I tried putting in platforms and I was going to use the garden, you know, the little flat garden plots that you can put out on platforms or on roofs. I was going to try to do a tiered garden here, but I couldn't get the tiers to work properly. I don't know how in the world I built apartments here the first time around, but I could not get tiers to put the garden plots on. So I just said, you know what? Screw it. It's already full of dirt. We'll just pretend that we ripped the seats out. Just imagine in your mind, in your head canon, we rip out all the seats and we fill it all in with dirt. So it's just one, like, sloping, kind of, sort of, not really a vertical garden, but a sloping garden to grow food for the restaurant. And it's big, though. I mean, it extends all the way back here. And then it goes all the way over here. You know, there's a lot you can do here. All the way over here. I haven't scrapped this building. I could, but I haven't yet. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. But I'm gonna leave it for now. Got the big mega loader with the gnome inside. I think the gnome's still in there. Yeah, there he is. Garden gnome. Just left in there for now. I should scrap this. I built this for power and then I realized I was just not going to get enough power out of windmills. I'd have to build a huge bank of windmills like all along the river or something if I wanted enough power for this place. So I said, screw it. I'll just build the one generator. That's so much easier. Hey JP, how are you? And Chio, how you doing? Oh, okay. Just like's telling me how he did the Slocum's Joe ceramic. Went online, Googled Slocum's Joe, got different size pictures, cut them to fit, and then glued them in. It took about it's adorable. It is adorable. I wanted you to do a little video of it or a little slideshow or something so I could share it on Twitter. I don't think you're on Twitter, are you, Jessite? Because I'd say just post the pictures to Twitter and I'll share them, but I don't think you're on Twitter. Alright, so this is the shop. I'm building a shop called Beyond the Pail for IceStella. Here's the counter. Got restrooms back here. Guess we don't need to have these lockers. I don't know. I'll leave them for now. But eventually we're going to collect lots and lots of pails and buckets and containers. I guess technically that's not a container. We'll get rid of it. Lots of containers. Not sure what we're going to do up here, though. With my first Soul Survivor, I repaired all of this. I repaired all the walls, filled in the roof. I did most of that, I believe, with the pieces from the warehouse. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. You can go back and see it on my YouTube channel. My Settlement Tour series, but I haven't decided what I want to do with it as Rose. It's so crappy. Like, I just wish I could scrap it and start over. But this is all part of the building. I managed to fix this floor part here. I'm just thinking about what I want to do with it. I've got some little mattresses here. Oh, hello. There's no roof on this. You shouldn't be sleeping in that bed. There's no roof. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do in here. Should move her bed over here. Should I wake her up?
Can we trade a few things?
Oh, she doesn't even have a decent weapon. Do I have a weapon I can give her? The harpoon gun. Oh, sniper rifle is nice. The shotgun. Give her some shotgun shells. I know she doesn't need that many. She only needs one, I think, but... Alright. Now get out of bed. There you go. Let me move that bed over here so you're not sleeping under the rain. Dance? Why you gotta be right where I want to be, Dance? Why you gotta do that? Oh, she's trying to get in bed and I'm messing with her bed. I'm sorry. You're just trying to sleep. I know, I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. Go back to bed. I wonder if there's something I could put under the stairs here. It's not going to let me put things under the stairs, huh? Oh, maybe. But that's not quite what I'm looking for. Will that go into the stairs? I don't think it will. Maybe that will. Yeah. That might. Bet I could use the rug glitch to move it where I want it to go. Nope. It does not want to go into the stairs. She's got a roof over her head, but I don't know if this really counts as a roof. I read somewhere that they're happier if they have a bed under a roof, but that these structures that are part of the settlement don't necessarily count as roofs in the game. So I might have to fill this in somehow. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Upper shack floor. I could go up one level. Let me go up. And it's got this really cool little kitchenette area back here. I don't know if I should scrap this and make it a bedroom or leave in the little kitchenette. I kind of like it. Hello, Herman. How are you? How you been? So got another bed thrown down up here, but it's not really a good spot for it. Yeah, I don't know if I can get... Well, I could try. Hey Ross, Ross is asking, what faction do you dislike most? Between Minutemen, Brotherhood, Railroad, or Institute? Hey, that's a good question, everybody. Everybody ring in on that one. What's your least favorite faction? I would have to say my least favorite is the Institute. I do have the platinum trophy for this game, and so I have done all the other trophies that are required, which means I've done a lot of Institute quests, Railroad quests, Brotherhood quests, all of that. But of all the factions, I like the Institute the least. I mean, I think they had some interesting quests to do. I'm not saying that they don't. Just, you know, as far as their values and what they want to do in the wasteland and whatnot, it's not really my thing. I think I'm going to change that just a little bit. I think I'm close. Oh, I hope. I'd finally gotten the covered porch covered over at the visitor center. I know some of you have been watching me fiddle with that for ages. Oh, right, and we were going to put some lights in over here. Let's see what kind of lights. I like the string lights. I wish we had Christmas lights. Little colored strings of lights. We don't, so I'll put in some of these. These are festive and fun. Oh, she seems to be stuck. She gonna go to bed? Overseer 09. Oh, that's funny. Vault Tech. She's got an Overseer t-shirt for some reason. I mean, I know it's because I added the Creation Club thing, but I mean, I don't know what the lore reason would be for that. That's nice. Maybe put one down here at this end. It's kind of fun. Sometimes you can put the strings of lights with like one hanging light in the middle in between them, and it kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks cool, like a doily or something. Looks lacy, fancy, very bright. Yeah, that looks nice. I'll turn off my light and see what it looks like. Hey, Jopik, how you doing? Good to see ya. Oh, JP's asking me questions. I'm sorry, JP, let me see here. JP's saying, how do you feel about weapons breaking in games, like in New Vegas? Oh, I love it. I loved that mechanic in New Vegas. Weapons and armor degrade over time, and so it gave me an excuse, because I love to loot. See, that's the thing, I love looting. But then in Fallout 4, I end up with piles and piles and piles and piles of weapons and armor that's just stashed all over the place. And in my first playthrough with Fiona, you know, she would give a lot of those weapons and armor to her settlers, but then she would still end up with piles and piles and piles of them. So, you know, I kept thinking, the whole time I played Fallout 4 the first time, I kept thinking of Fallout New Vegas and how it would be nice if I could use some of those weapons, or if I had to use those weapons to repair the weapons I had, or use the armor to repair the armor that I had. And then I think there was also a repair skill, so you could repair things, or you could make repair kits. That's right, I remember having to collect, I think it was duct tape, and a screwdriver and a lunchbox or something. There were some items you had to collect, 3 or 4 items, and you put them together and it made a weapon repair kit, and then you could repair your weapons on the fly if you didn't find any that you could use to repair your own weapons. I like it. I like that mechanic. It adds another, you know, another reason for looting, which is my thing. I love looting. Yeah, Melena's saying, let them have a place to make coffee. Okay. Well, I will leave the little kitchenette in the building then. Yeah, I'm with you. I think they need a little place of their own. I mean, there's a coffee station out here, and this is going to end up being a restaurant when I get it all built. But yeah, they still need to have their own little break room, their own little area. That's right.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Oh, JP, you don't like the weapon repair stuff? You're not crazy about that? Oh, Japik is saying the Brotherhood rubs me the wrong way. Join or die mentality. Yeah, they rub me the wrong way too. I'm not saying that I like them particularly. Now, Rose here, she joined the Brotherhood, but then she started out as a raider. And one of the things that Gage would say, and you probably know this from playing the game, if you play with Nuka World and use Gage as a companion, he will say that the Brotherhood is just another kind of raider gang. You know, they come in, they throw their muscle around, throw their weight around, you know, they put pressure on the farmers to supply them with food. They claim they're bringing, you know, I guess order and you know, help to the settlers and stuff, but they don't really care. They don't really care, because when Fiona, my first sole survivor, in my very first playthrough, very first met Dance, and he asked her where she was from. And you have a variety of things you can say, but one of the things she ended up, the thing I chose was saying that she was from Sanctuary Hills, the settlement. and he said something very dismissive and rude about settlers, and it made me angry. And so in that playthrough, I never did anything with the Brotherhood at all. I never went on the Prydwen. I never met Elder Maxon. I did nothing. I did the one quest with Dance that you do at the very beginning, and he gives you righteous authority. And the only reason that I did that quest is because Mr. Jewelsmith said, hey, you should get righteous authority, because he had already played it, had already done that quest before me. I think we were both playing it about the same time, but he had gone and done that quest, and he said, well, you get this cool laser gun, so you should go do it. Because I was very low level, so I did it. But I never did anything else with the Brotherhood. I said, screw them. Plus, I knew them from New Vegas, and in New Vegas, they're jerks, right? There's that whole thing with them and how they don't like gay people. They don't want they don't want people in the Brotherhood to be with anyone other than the opposite sex, because I guess they want to make sure that they procreate and make more Brotherhood people or something. I don't remember exactly what the story was. It was so many years ago I played that, but I just remember that they didn't like the fact. What character was it? I think it was the character voiced by Felicia Day that had a girlfriend, and they didn't throw them out of the Brotherhood, but they pressured them into not being together or something. And anyway, that whole thing was like, yeah, do what we say, do what your elders tell you. You can't question authority, yada yada. And then here too, they hate ghouls, and Fiona romanced Hancock. So, to heck with the Brotherhood. Yeah, absolutely. But if choosing between the Brotherhood and the Institute, for me, that would be a horrible choice to make, which I've never played Fallout 3, but my oldest daughter has, and she has said, well, when you play Fallout 3, it's kind of a similar choice. Like, it's the Enclave or the Brotherhood, and they both suck. Is her opinion. And that's kind of how I felt about Institute and Brotherhood. It's like, they both suck. So I'm glad that we had the options of the Railroad and the Minutemen. My favorite is the Minutemen. But my oldest chose the Railroad. But, I don't know what I would do in Fallout 3, because I'm really not crazy about the Brotherhood. The Enclave seemed pretty cool in Fallout New Vegas, but I don't know much about them and their backstory, and I don't know what they do in Fallout 3, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the Institute just flat out, they're horrible. They're just horrible. I mean, like I said, they're both bad, the Brotherhood and the Institute, but I don't know. At least the Brotherhood pretends to live by some kind of code. And,
I think you should stay on point.
The Institute is just all about, like, their code is so self-centered and so elitist and just so horrible. I mean, the fact that how they're using the FEV virus, and how they, threw out Virgil, and how they were abducting people and replacing them with synths. I mean, that's just unforgivable, in my opinion. It's just absolutely unforgivable. I've said before in previous live streams that there are some people who play with the headcanon that they will become the director of the Institute, they will take over, and then they will change those policies so the Institute is no longer doing those things. And to them, I say hats off. That's a great headcanon to have, I think. But, I don't know. There's still just this sense of... in my first playthrough, when I got to the point where I think I had done the Battle of Bunker Hill, and then I went out and had to talk to Sean. Oh, sorry. Am I giving spoilers if anybody's not played this? I'm assuming by now it's been like 3 years this game's been out. Everybody's played through the main story. But I had to go out and talk to Sean, and I don't know. The conversation just really rubbed me the wrong way, and I felt like I was part of the wasteland. I cared about McCready, I cared about Hancock, I cared about Preston and Piper and the people of the wasteland and the settlements I was building, and I just felt like the Institute was pure evil and didn't care about those people. And even though they say they want to help mankind and they want to, eventually come to the surface and help rebuild and yada yada, but they don't care. They don't really care. They care about their version of mankind. It's very, no, I just don't like the Institute at all. But that's just me. Again, you know, maybe that's me projecting or something. Other people have different headcanons about it, so, you know, that's fine. George says, I'm an Atom Cat, Daddy-O. Yeah, they are one of the coolest groups, aren't they? I wish there was more with them in this game. They kind of remind me a little bit of the boomers. You remember the boomers in Fallout New Vegas? How they were like, you know, way out in one corner of the map, and they had... But at least in Fallout New Vegas, the boomers had just tons of quests and characters, and you know, they were a whole faction unto themselves. Oh no, I'm getting the... I don't want that. You stay here. I wish the Atom Cats had gotten as much attention as the boomers. You know what I mean? Like, that they had more quests you could do, and they had... Because they've got a lot of characters. You know, they've got all the different people that live there and stuff, and I just wish there was more you could do with them. Like, they talk about, you know, Rowdy will say that, you know, she needs more suits of power armor or something, and I wish you could, like, bring more power armor to the Atom Cats or something. I don't know. I just think that would be fun. They are the hippest cats this side of the apocalypse. This is not working. I need to be able to get a little closer, I think. Here we go. No, stop going up like that. I want it to just... Because then when I look down, I can't see where I'm lining it up. Oh wow, you guys are talking about a game where the guns jam if you don't take care of them? What game was that? Far Cry? Yeah, that would be a bit much. I liked the Fallout New Vegas way of doing it though. I liked how, like, if you had a 10mm pistol, which is what I had, then every time, well, I used the 10mm, I don't know if it was a 10mm or 9mm. Was there a 9mm in that game? I used that until I found a plasma rifle, and then I used plasma, or a plasma gun. But then every time I would find another pistol, you know, then I would just repair the one I had. It was great. Now, after a while, I started using, eventually I got, I think it was from the Big MT, there was that Chinese stealth suit or whatever it was that would talk to you. It was almost like having a companion with you, but it was your suit. That was a one-of-a-kind item, so I couldn't... I think it still needed to be repaired, though, but I would have to go and pay somebody to repair it. You could go and pay the NCR to repair things. Yeah, see, now it's just not working. Alright, maybe that's just too thick. Let's try different roof pieces. Oh, Ross is saying, after the main story, I destroyed the Institute and the Brotherhood. Yeah, I did too in my first playthrough. You can see that on my YouTube. Well, you can't see the Institute. You can't see me destroying the Institute. I wasn't live streaming back then. I wasn't doing a regular YouTube channel back when I played through Fallout 4 the first time. But you can see my first sole survivor, Fiona, fighting the Brotherhood. The Minutemen, we were at the castle and we blow up the Prydwen from the castle. I'm gonna see if I can do it this way. It was a very glitchy quest, though. It was difficult to get it started, and then it was difficult to complete. Like, it wasn't really... They didn't really put a lot of resources into making sure that it worked or was readily available. I mean, I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know it was possible for the Minutemen to fight the Brotherhood. In my mind, I figured they would have to at some point. And so I was making a whole bunch of power armor for the Minutemen. I was collecting T-45 power armor. And this is my first playthrough. And making a whole bunch of it for them, thinking that someday when the Brotherhood came calling, you know, we'd be ready. But then I ended up reading somewhere online that it was possible to fight the Brotherhood. And then I went around trying to figure out how to get that to happen. Alright, I'm gonna say this might actually work. Look at this. Let's see how that looks. Oh, dang. That might actually be sweet. Let's go upstairs and look at it from the top. Yeah, that looks like it works. Is it sticking out this side? Just a little bit, but it just kind of looks like it's part of the beam of the house there. Right? Yeah, it's kind of sticking out the front just a little bit, but you can barely tell. It just looks like part of the building. I can't even tell. I can't tell at all. That's awesome. I think that'll work. Okay. So now... Yeah, there we go. It looks like a normal building. I had to fix the floor here too. Now let's put in another bed. Got some nice beds. Nice clean beds here. This is a nice settlement. And some lighting. I'm a fan of the string bulbs just because I think that they cast the best light. Everything else seems to have a very limited radius of light. Can I put a lamp on here? Maybe? Yeah. So we could do this. Yeah, but see that's just shit light. It's so murky and dim. Those are dim bulbs. But okay. Maybe that's fine. put a light back here too. Maybe something... Oh no. Something like this. This kind of looks like kitchen light. Ah, but it won't work because we need to extend the power back here. Okay. It's not this far back. So how do we do that? Probably by bringing it across here. I think I'm going to rewire it to the top one. There we go. Oh, Millen is saying the Enclave is evil. Are they? Yeah, that's what my daughter said. Like I said, they seemed pretty cool in Fallout New Vegas, but I didn't know the whole backstory. And my daughter played Fallout 3, and she was like, "No, they're terrible. The Brotherhood sucked, but the Enclave... It's like the lesser of two evils," as the saying goes. I think she ended up joining the Brotherhood in Fallout 3 because she just felt like, you know, she was not going to join the Enclave. That is a very wired up streetlight, but okay. Alright, let's see how that do. Yep, there it is. Ah, that's terrible light. That is just awful. Look how dark and murky that is. I don't like it. Oh dang, we got a big ol' open roof right here too. Alright, well maybe we need to fix that. Yeah, see, this is why I prefer just a string bulb. Just a regular old string bulb. Just a little old string bulb. It's so much warmer, look at that. Brighter and warmer, I like it. Alright, we'll just get rid of that. I'll move it in a minute after I put in the roof over the kitchen area. Figure out how to get a roof going here. Jeez, this is all open too. If I'm gonna put beds on the second floor, then this has to be a real roof. But I don't know if I need to put beds on the second floor. It's possible. Maybe we'll just fill this in with this. It snapped in there for a second. There it went. Alright. Alright, well, good enough for now. It's just temporary to kind of fill that in so I'm not falling through the hole in the wall. Or the hole in the ceiling there. Alright, and then here... we need to put in a floor. I wonder how that's gonna work. Or a roof or something, but all this junk is in the way. It just looks like it's 1 square wide though, so we might be able to do kind of something similar as we did in here. Maybe 1 square of roof. Like that. Chapik saying spoilers be damned, the game is too old at this point. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. If somebody's watching a live stream of Fallout 3 years after it's come out, then all bets are off, right? Or Skyrim. How many years has it been since Skyrim? When I stream Skyrim, I'm always giving spoilers. Chapik saying you've chosen a hard building to repair. Yeah. Oh, hey, IceStella, are you back? I know your little one has been ill. They probably need mommy a lot right now. Alright, so this is what I want to do, is put it right here, but it looks like it's not quite high enough. So we're going to have to raise it up just a little bit. Yeah, it is a challenging building, but it can be done. It can be done. I've done it. In my first playthrough, I had this whole building pretty much all fixed up, all the floors of it. Same as the visitor center too. That crappy building there, I had it all filled in. You can, as I always say, you can see it on my YouTube channel. I did a settlement tour series. I didn't fix the roof, but what I did was I put in a guard post, one of the ones with the stairs, I think I put a guard post right there. Or no, I think I had a guard post here with the stairs, and then another guard post up there, the little crow's nest kind of guards post. But I had fixed the second floor. The second floor was a bar and a hair salon, kind of a recreation center kind of thing, and then down here was all beds, which I guess I'm doing again because there's a bunch of beds there. But I'm trying to do some things a little differently out here. I'm leaving these flat beds. And I put the bar out here this time. I'm going to have like a little restaurant out here in honor of IceStella. And there's your shop, IceStella. Oh, I am falling behind on the chat room, aren't I? I'm answering questions and responding to comments you guys probably asked like half an hour ago. Okay, I think I'm scrolling through. Sorry if I missed anything that was directed at me. Oh, Malin is saying goodnight. Good night, Malin. And JP saying goodnight. That's true. Javik saying if you're looking to combat the inherent murkiness of Far Harbor, you'll be there a while. Yeah, no kidding. You know, but I think the bulbs. See, I put a bulb in here. That's a ceiling fan that can't be scrapped. There are ceiling fans inside the visitor center gift shop that can be used. If you power them up, they'll work. But I guess this one here doesn't work, even if it's powered up. But I put a light in it, so at least it kind of looks realistic. You know, these bulbs are decent. But yeah, I think just even aside from the fogginess of Far Harbor, even on the mainland, some light sources seem to work better than others. Oh, hey. This kinda sorta wants to work. Wow, I'm shocked. So how far back do we want to do it? Right about there? You think? Let's take a look at that. Sticking out too far out the back. Let's look. Yeah, it is sticking out too far. But now we know it works. It's a thing that can happen. We can try it again. I don't think I can do it from in here. I've got to take it back outside again. Because there's too many other things in here. Japik is saying, my friend Chewy Games made a giant structure that he glitched the entire building fixed in one shot. I could never pull that off. Yeah, I haven't done it with like an entire building, but I've done it with significant portions, like the building at Croot Manor. I fixed the dining room and some other parts of it all in one go. And there's a building out at Murkwater. That crappy building, the crappy building at Ten Pines. Yeah, I've done some of those with, like, you know, piecing together something and then highlighting it and sliding it all into place. It is a pain. I'm not doing it as much here with Rose. I mean, I'm kind of doing it piecemeal because that's just sort of how Rose approaches things. She was a former raider. With Fiona, I tried to be much more precise and make everything look really nice. But here, yeah, see, that takes everything out. We need to store that and we'll try again. But we know it can be done, so now it should just take one more go. But yeah, I'm a little more haphazard with the way I build with Rose here. Just to be different. Just to be a little bit different. Earlier in this playthrough, I mean, you know, ages ago, I mean, right now I'm on episode 159, but like way, way back, when I first became the Raider Overboss, and I was building Raider outposts and vassal settlements and stuff, I remember George, I think you were the one, George, that said, you know, basically Raider building is like building dog houses for people. All this, like, scrap kind of stuff that just looks really shitty. That's sort of how I built that way by design. Very piecemeal and you know, things look like they're boarded up and haphazard and, you know. But that was just kind of what I was going for. Alright, I think that's about where we had it. Let's see if we can do it again. But this time not have it sticking out the back quite as far. I'm gonna go up just a little higher. I know I said that last time. Let me do it again. This is why I like to do building when I'm not streaming, because I'm so fiddly. And then this way I can do all that fiddling around and then just come back later and go, hey you guys, look what I built. And it looks like it was so effortless. And you don't have any idea that I spent 3 hours doing it. It's like everybody wants to eat sausage, but you don't want to see how it was made, right? Well, I shouldn't say everybody wants to eat sausage. Not everybody wants to eat sausage. Some people do not want to eat sausage. But you know what I mean. Alright, but I'm thinking if I put this here, am I going to be able to go up the stairs? Hey, I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, I can still go up the stairs. Okay. It's sticking over just a little bit over the stairs. But I still seem to be able to get up there. Hey! That's not half bad. It looks like it belongs there. Okay, now we'll move the light. We'll move the light right there. There we go. They can keep their little kitchenette area. But we've got a bed here, and a bed here, and a bed here, and a dresser. I was trying to put something under the stairs for this person, but couldn't quite get it working. Maybe a chest or something. Oh, Dance came up to see me. He thought I was done, but I wasn't. Okay. That's the way it opens. Dance, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? Why are you being like that? Did I screw this up for you? Is your pathing all messed up? Is he going up there? What are you doing, Dance? Come on, go into the stairs. Come on, Trunk. Why you gotta be like that? There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, under the stairs. It's under the stairs! Yay! God damn it. Solar Phantom. Hello. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I get to building. Solar Phantom says, "What are you building?" I'm just working on Echo Lake Lumber in Far Harbor. Just messing around. You know, we could leave this here as like a doorway. We could delete that, scrap that, and have like a little doorway right here. People could go down. We could have a little walkway. Or I could fill it in. I don't know. Haven't decided. Not sure what I'm going to do here yet. Maybe they have a cat. Maybe we should bring a cat out here. Sure, why not? There's no light in here for the plant, though. Or not enough light for the plant. They wouldn't have a plant in here. Nah, no plants. Not on Far Harbor. Meat bag. No, I don't think they'd have that either. Oh, we could put a mirror. It's a bit fancy for Far Harbor. That comes from the Noir penthouse that I just unlocked in the last episode. Yeah, that's a bit fancy for these digs. I don't know. Why do they have a lobster trap under the bed? I don't know. I don't know. Why not? It's Far Harbor. Anything goes. Maybe I'll replace these beds with something a little better. Yeah, those will fit in here. Let's scrap it. Sure. There we go. That's nice. Sure. Then we'll fill in all these walls and whatnot eventually at some point. But I think that's enough building for right now. I want to get back in my power armor. I want to go do something. Japik says, I used the grandstands for a Brahmin racing attraction. Silly fun, but wanted to recreate the Midway and Carnival atmosphere. Never finished, though. Oh, no, I understand what you mean. You know what? In my first playthrough, over at the Visitor Center, I built a carnival. Because I had done Nuka World.
Is that a Pip-Boy?
Yeah, it is.
I've heard about those.
And I had all the Nuka World stuff, and so I took it all over to the Visitor Center. And that big parking lot out in front of the Visitor Center, I put all kinds of games and stuff out there. Yeah. Hey, you can see that on my YouTube channel has got a settlement tour playlist. But it'll be one of the last videos on there because I tour everything in the order that I unlock the settlements. So the Nuka World and the Far Harbor settlements are toward the end. But yeah, and I put go-karts in at the Boston airport. When I finally got that unlocked, I put in a go-kart track. It's not real go-karts, but I made it look like it was go-karts. I used some of the ball track stuff and some of the little go-karts from Nuka World and everything. Oh yeah, lots of fun. But here I've just turned it into a garden. We're just gonna pretend that we tore out all the seats and filled it in with dirt. Alright, so that's what you have to imagine. And then we just built a garden into it. It's a nice stone planter, just waiting to be used. That's what this is here. But it makes sense to make it festive. See, this whole area over here, like this is just outside the border of the settlement, unfortunately. Ah, I was so angry when I unlocked this settlement and I couldn't access all of this. But they were having a festival here, like the day that, you know, the bombs fell or whatever. And so you've got all these really festive... I'll take these. No. Where's the... I want the captain's... There's a captain's bottle right there. Come on. There's all these... Oh, right there. Come on. Do it. There we are. There's all these booths over here. Okay, beverages, waffles, hot dogs, lobster rolls. Look at all this. And they have games. You know, there's a toss game, there's ice cream, there's the toss challenge. I mean, this is awesome. I wanted this to be part of the settlement. It was just so cool. But it's not. Oh, look, there's coffee pot or coffee tins. Oh, nice. Source of respawning coffee tins, you guys. In case you need coffee tins for Buzz Bites or coffee. Because I'm pretty sure all the stuff over here respawns. Yeah, this is so nice, but you can't get into it. I mean, there's even a cook stove here. It's like they meant for this to be part of the settlement, and then for some reason it didn't end up part of the settlement. I don't understand it. Huh. I guess I can't pick that up. Isn't this... Shouldn't I be able to pick this up? I can certainly move it. But I don't seem to be getting a hitbox to pick it up into my inventory. Interesting. Nope. Can't pick that up. Just knocks me out of my power armor. JP's asking, any suggestions for my final agility skill? I need it to be legendary. What do you mean, your final agility skill? I don't know what you mean by that. In the game? In this game? Or the game that you're... Aren't you making a game? Of your own? Oh, hey, hello. Were they having a turkey shoot or something out here? What's this?
Yes.
Nope, Japik's saying, both styles have their advantages, Jewel. I like to see the process another builder takes. The way I build is not the way you or Stella build, for example. Yeah, I get that. It's like my husband likes to play the game 7 Days to Die, and he will watch all kinds of people build in that game and play that game, and I'm bored to death when like I don't sit and watch it with him. I'll watch sometimes, while I'm like on my laptop doing something else. I'll see what he's watching, but he loves it. He's just riveted. He's, oh god, this is great. He gets all kinds of ideas. He likes to see how other people approach different building problems and how they put things together and all of that. I have to admit, I don't watch very many building streams. I did all of my Fallout 4 building before watching anything on YouTube, before even doing YouTube myself, doing Fallout on YouTube, I had built up all of my settlements in my first playthrough. I'm going to pick this pot up, and I'm going to carry it over here, and I'm going to see if I can scrap it inside the boundaries of my settlement. I had done all my building, and I had, you know, all kinds of stuff in my settlements. And then my husband and my daughter said, you should do settlement tours of your settlements and show other people what you've done. And that's actually what got me started doing the YouTube channel on the regular, was I started touring all of my settlements. And then Herman asked me to play through Fallout 4 again. And so I started this character of Rose for Herman. And then the Skyrim Special Edition came out, and I streamed all of that, my fourth playthrough of that. But what had really gotten me kind of started with all this was the Settlement Tour series. But yeah, I hadn't watched anybody else doing any building. Ah, see, now it says large pot. What is this one? This is just a regular cooking pot. This is a large pot. Is that a thing? Oh, I can only scrap it. Whoa. So I carried that inside the building area. I couldn't put it in my inventory, but I was able to carry it in here, and now I can scrap it. Huh. That's crazy. I'm gonna leave it there. That's cool. That's like a big version of this one. That's super awesome. I love that. I wonder what'll happen when that area over there respawns. If there'll be another large pot, or if the large pot that's in there will go back over there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I can unlock this door too. I guess I haven't really been over here doing much with Rose here. But yeah, so I only after I had done my settlement tour series did I start watching other people doing building. I still don't watch that much though. I watch IceStella. I've watched Chaos and Fallout. That's pretty much, I think, all I've watched. I've watched some of Herman's, and I've watched some of Starfish. And Jessike. Jessike doesn't do streams and stuff, though, but Jessike does videos where he'll do little tours of some stuff that he's built. You know, but you guys are all, you know, those are all viewers of my channel and friends of mine. They've, you know, people who've become friends of mine. And so I just like to see what they're building, you know. But for building ideas, I don't really watch videos for that. I just dive in there and muck about and come up with things on my own. I enjoy that. Oh, Japik's reminding me to save my game. Yes. There we go. Don't want to do too much building and then lose it all. Right. George is asking, were you hit with the OK bug? It ruined my game. I don't know. What's the OK bug? Jessica wants me to give Dance a Snickers. He's not being himself. He needs a Snickers. Oh, you guys are talking about Starfield. George is calling it the space game. Yeah. Is it gonna be Fallout or Skyrim in space? Or is it gonna be something completely different? Yeah, Japik's saying, based on their recent problems with 76, I wonder what direction their studio is headed. Yeah, I am extremely worried about that myself. I am very concerned about what they might end up doing with Elder Scrolls 6. If they even do an Elder Scrolls 6 or a Fallout 5 at this point. I had read somewhere a while back, I want to say maybe earlier this year, some months back, where I can't remember where the article was or who they were quoting, but somebody from Bethesda was saying that they were getting tired of the, or they implied that they were kind of tired of working on Elder Scrolls and Fallout, and that they wanted to work on other things, which I can understand as a creative person myself, who's published a couple of books and written stories and who makes jewelry and does things like that. You know, you get kind of tired of doing things, especially, oh my gosh, with my jewelry design. You know, I would create something that would be very popular, and I would get a whole bunch of people asking me to make it for them, and I would make it and make it and make it until I was sick of it, you know, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. And I would say, no, I don't want to do this kind of jewelry anymore, or I'm not going to make any more of these items anymore, or whatever. I want to move on to something else, you know. And so I understand that feeling of, you know, I'm just tired of this and I don't want to do it. But what I would end up doing is I would end up passing it on to somebody else. There's a few things that I've created over the years that were very popular, and I would end up kind of sending it along to someone else. I'd say, you know what, I don't want to make this anymore. But I run into other people who were creative, who were making similar things, and who were interested in my designs, and I'd say, hey, why don't you make this? You know, or I'd have them approach me. I actually had people approach me and say, hey, do you mind if I make something like this? And I'd say, please do, you know, I don't want to make this anymore. And then when people would come to me, when my customers would come to me and say, hey, I want one of these, I would direct them to the other person who was then making it instead of me. So with that in mind, I'm thinking of Bethesda, and I'm like, you know, if you're tired of Fallout, please give it to Obsidian. You know, if you're tired of Elder Scrolls, please find somebody else who will make it, who will love it and put the love and care into it that I think the fans would like to see, you know. You know, don't just keep saying, oh, we'll do it someday, we'll get there someday, it'll come out someday, and then we get some kind of half-assed thing. Not saying that Fallout 4 is half-assed, but, you know, I've got plenty of enjoyment out of Fallout 4. It's great. I'm here playing it right now. You know, I've enjoyed myself immensely. However, I'm enjoying the building aspect of it. I'm enjoying the interactions, the friendships, the streaming, you know, all of that. I'm enjoying the companions in the game. I think they did a great job on the companions. But come on, you know, there's so much more. There's so many. I have issues with this game. It's not, in my opinion, as good as it could have been or should have been, and that makes me concerned, because then they come out with Fallout 76, which again, some people are having fun with it. I haven't played it, so I can't say whether I like it or dislike it. But it seems like it's not what it should be, based on, you know, current standards and other games that are out. You know, I'm worried about it. It's like, and I'm worried about Elder Scrolls 6. You know, are they going to just keep putting it off, and then when we finally get it, it's, you know, not really as good as it could have been. Not really what the fans are expecting. You know, that's what I'm afraid of. Oh, just like asking, I see you got the picket fence packages. I use them a lot in my Dalton farm build. Let me know what your opinion is about it. What do you mean, the picket fence packages? What stuff? What do you mean? Oh, Japhix saying use mods. Use mods and expand the settlement borders. Yeah, I should. I'm just afraid the game's gonna crash on me, or the data's gonna get corrupted or something. Yeah, Japik says settlement building is what has kept many people playing this game for so long.
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Yeah, I think it is. I definitely think it is. For me, the building has been the majority of the time I've spent on this game. But then that begs the question, if the building wasn't in it... Because here's the thing, my oldest daughter said that, and I'm assuming it's true because she reads a lot of video game articles and she's actually going to college right now, learning to do video game design kind of stuff. But she said that when they created Fallout 4, they didn't intend for the settlement building to be part of it. That the settlement building was something kind of tacked on toward the end of development. And if that's true, then what the hell did they think they were going to release without it? Because the building part is the part that's kept so many people playing this game for so long. Like you said, you know, the main quest line itself and the content in the world itself does not have that much replayability, to be honest. In my opinion, it does not. I mean, it certainly does not approach the level of, like, you know, Skyrim replayability. So what did they think people were going to do with this game? I mean, I don't know. And seeing that stuff like that makes me concerned for whatever games they end up releasing later, you know? Alright, okay, I've mucked about with this place enough. What can we do? What else can we do? I think I could go kill Zeller. That sounds like a thing to do. And rescue caravan survivors, but that's on the mainland. Tell the Brotherhood... Oh, I could tell the Brotherhood about the synth refuge. Oh, you know what? I don't think I had that option as Fiona because Fiona never did anything with the Brotherhood. I wonder what would happen if I did that. You guys, what happens if I tell the Brotherhood about the synth refuge? Does the Brotherhood show up on Far Harbor and kill them all? Oh, wow. That's interesting. So then how would that affect the Children of Adam and the main storyline? Because I've got this... Well, I'm not gonna bother helping the Sins. I did all of that in my first playthrough. I don't care. I'm not doing it now. But I've got this thing to gain access to Dima's terminal. And I know there's a whole lot of information that we can discover by doing that quest line. Or that little... This series of missions or whatever. But oh my gosh. I'm really interested in maybe doing... this thing here because I've never done it before. Oh, let's do it. But I'm going to have to go drop Dance off somewhere. We can't have Dance getting in trouble with the Brotherhood. So we're going to have to take Dance. I guess we could go back home. And by home, I mean Red Rocket. Or we could take him to the Noir Penthouse. Either one of those places. Penthouse is probably nicer, but... Oh, and one of these Fallout Fridays, I'm going to load up an old Fiona save, and she and Hancock need to go and find the Noir Penthouse. For Skyrim Monday, I actually was just playing not Binks the Khajiit Warrior, but my previous playthrough with Zephyr and Teldrin. It was so much fun to see them again. And so I'm thinking I really want to go back and hang out with Fiona and Hancock. I think Hancock would love that Noir Penthouse. That's what I'm thinking. So, what's the date? It is September 7th in this world. And you know where we could go? We could go to Mahkra and get some aluminum. Yeah, let's do that. Mahkra should be right over there. Go along the beach here. Oh, Chapik's reminding me that I'm sitting on 3 levels. Oh, yeah. The level ups? Eh. At this point, I don't even know what perks I really need. I guess I could take... Sure, I could take that. I don't have much luck, do I? I don't use critical hits enough to care about luck. I think I'm full up on agility. My first Soul Survivor Fiona was a charisma intelligence build. That was her thing. I leveled up her charisma really fast, and she had lots of charisma perks. And intelligence. But with Rose, she was more of a strength build. You know, she's just whacking things with her baseball bat. She's not that bright. But I don't know. Like, she's got all the strong back perks. While standing still, you get more damage resistance, and your melee and unarmed attacks deal with. That's pretty cool. That might be worth having. I have never used Pain Train, but that might be fun. I don't know, I've never done that before. Maybe I should do these. Pain Train. I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh, I'm missing more comments in the chat room again. Oh, Japek's saying the 0K bug. I still don't know what that is. I guess that means I've never gotten it. Knock on wood. George says, if I walk into a tavern in Elder Scrolls 6 and see Mama Murphy sitting there, I'm walking back out. Yeah, Japek. I know. A lot of people do hate the building aspect of Fallout 4. When Fallout 4 came out, my daughter, who was a huge fan of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, she's actually, I mean, she's played Fallout 4. I think she's played through it 2 or 3 times, and she's done a lot in the game, and she plays on PC and she uses mods and stuff. But she thinks it is inferior to Fallout New Vegas and even Fallout 3. She just really feels like it doesn't have, Fallout 4 doesn't have the same spirit of those games, and she doesn't like the building aspect at all. At all. She uses a mod that does the building for her. She's got a mod where she just goes in and says, yeah, I want, you know, this many shops or whatever, and then they just show up. And she doesn't do any building. And she thinks that, you know, they really skimped on the storyline and the RPG aspects of it. She's just, you know, she's unimpressed with Fallout 4. And so, yeah, I know there's a lot of people that really didn't like the building part of it. And wish it wasn't there, but yeah, you know, I enjoy it. I'm hoping they put building settlements into Elder Scrolls 6. I'm hoping that we'll be able to build little villages or medieval castles or something. I think that would be awesome. Oh, okay. Just like saying the different furnitures in the workshop. Right, like the Nuka-Cola stuff, the Charleston condo. I didn't get all of those though. I just have the Noir penthouse, but I never got all the bonus Creation Club Nuka-Cola and Charleston condo stuff, I don't think. There were a few others that I didn't get, so I don't have all those things in my workshop. Okay. Japik saying, has he been revealed for what he is at this point, Jewel? Who are you talking about? Dance? Yeah, I've done Blind Betrayal. Because I've finished the storyline. The Institute's been destroyed in this playthrough already. Okay, hey Rugged, how you doing? Rugged Elephant says it's when mods conflict with the Creation Club. That's the 0 KB bug. Okay, well see, I don't use mods, so I guess I'm safe. Right. Japik, yeah. Dance is a Brotherhood fugitive. Alright, so what perks am I getting here? I came in here to level up and then I stopped to read the chat room. I think I might as well take all the stat perks. I'm really not an intelligence build. Affects the number of experience points I earn. Sure, why not? I guess. I can be maxed out in all of this at this point. Alright, that spent all my perks. Now I think I'm 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 3. Let's take a look at my stats. Yep. Well, I've got some stat boosting stuff on, I guess, but... Oh, and I have 4 luck, actually, from something I'm wearing, I guess. Or a perk or something, I don't know. Somehow I've got... I don't know what I've got on. Do I have anything? Oh, here we go. This is +1 strength and endurance, but I don't think it counts because I'm wearing power armor. I don't know. I don't know where I got those boosts from. But okay. I should have dropped off the diving suit back on the island. When I get done building IceStella's Beyond the Pail shop and working on the Echo Lake Lumber settlement, I'm going to go work on Dalton Farm, and I want to build a steampunk workshop for Just Hike Biking, and I was going to put the diver's suit on display in there.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
I know, but you're not me, Dance. You should know that by now. We've spent enough time together. Yeah, so see, that's why I took Dance with me to Far Harbor, because there's no Brotherhood on Far Harbor. So we don't have to worry about running into them. But when we're on the mainland, I tend to leave him at one of my settlements. There's Mahkra right there. And then take dog meat with me instead. Oh, Japik's saying I don't use melee, so I don't have useful advice, probably. Oh, that's alright. That was one of my reasons for doing this playthrough, was so I could try out melee. Because I don't usually play melee either. Even in Skyrim, I like doing archery. If we tick this guy off by shooting him in the butt, he may come this direction. Oh, alright, Dan. Well, thanks.
Found them!
Oh, hello. Whoa. Good deal. Did we kill him? He seems to be dead. Oh, yep, he's floating down there. Let's go get him. Is this him? I think it is. Alright. Hit a subway token, just in case the subway came by his little raft there. He was ready to go. But yeah, I will do archery in Skyrim. I mean, I do dual wield. Well, right now I'm trying to do... Oh, I'm stuck over here in these rocks. I can't see a dang thing, and it sounds like Dance is engaging. Probably engaging the synths that are at Mahkra. Yeah, I'm currently working my way through a 5th playthrough of Skyrim, where I'm being a heavy warrior. Where I'm wearing heavy armor and using a 2-handed weapon. Because that's new for me. I don't usually do that in Skyrim. In Skyrim I have been an assassin who dual-wielded daggers. I've been a rogue, archer, stealth archer. When I played Fallout New Vegas, I was a stealth sniper kind of person. What the heck are you doing? How dare you shoot at me? So that was my challenge with this playthrough, being Rose. I wanted to try melee. Well, that makes a cool shadow. Look at that. And the power armor thing. Because my first Soul Survivor, Fiona, she didn't really use power armor much. She used it when she would go to the glowing sea. And when she went to Far Harbor, she wore some, but... I think she eventually got the perks where radiation didn't do damage. Oh. Well.
I heard something.
Yeah, you did, Dance. You heard the synths. Was he trying to whack me? We got him. Who was talking? Who is that? Why is my provisioner out here at Mahkra? What you doing out here, provisioner? Oh, she's the provisioner.
My kids ain't gonna believe the stories about you.
Yeah. She's the one that goes from Far Harbor to the mainland for me. I don't know what she's doing way over here, though. But yeah, it's very interesting trying to play through a game in a different build, a different play style. Oh, and with Skyrim I've done Assassin, I've done Rogue, I've done Mage, Pure Mage, where I used no weapons and no armor other than what I could conjure. Oh, okay. Ross is saying if you tell the Brotherhood about the synths on Far Harbor, they will ask you to help take them out. Alright, that sounds like fun. We can do that. Rose is kind of my evil playthrough.
This looks like a good place to rest.
You think so, Dance? Do you really think so? You think this is a good place to rest? Really? Well, we obviously can't trust your judgment.
Is someone present? You must die now.
Because this is definitely not a good place to rest. Is that ammo box empty? Or was it just locked? It's locked. Let's unlock it. But yeah, it's interesting if you approach some of these games with a different build, how it just changes the way you view the game, and the aspects of the game that you interact with and stuff are just very different.
Sweet.
I've heard of breaching a door. This is a lot quieter.
That's why I've had an issue with people sometimes. It doesn't happen as much with Fallout for some reason, but it happens a lot with Skyrim, where people will jump into the stream and start trying to tell me how to play. And the advice they're giving me doesn't apply to the build that I'm playing or whatever. You know, they don't wait and find out what build I have or how I'm role playing, or, you know, because sometimes when I play Skyrim, I like to role play different challenges for myself. When I was an assassin, I was a Nord.
Sweet.
And so I had this little kind of a challenge where I said that I didn't like magic. And so she wouldn't use any magic at all. She would only use alchemy or weapons or whatever, but she didn't use magic. You know, there's just different little challenges that you kind of set for yourself with different playthroughs and stuff, right? But I have people all the time when I play Skyrim hopping in and telling me, you know what you need this weapon, or you know what you should do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not my build. That doesn't match my perks or whatever. You know, like if I'm playing through with light armor and I've got all the light armor perks and they're like, you should go get the ebony armor. And it's like, well, that's a heavy armor and my perks wouldn't apply. You know, I mean, I don't know if they're trying to be helpful, but, or if they're trying to be, I don't know. Sometimes I get the impression that some people like to show off how much they think they know about something. So they come in and they start, you know, I call it Skyrim-splaining. They start Skyrim-splaining to you about how you should play it, but then they don't stop and bother to ask, like, well, what's your build, and, you know, what level are you, and have you ever played before, and that kind of, I mean, people do come in and ask me that sometimes, and that's fine. I totally have no problem with that. If people come in and say, hey, what's going on? Can I see what weapons you're using? What level are you? You know, that kind of stuff. Those are great questions. But I'm talking about people who I've never seen before, who I've never seen in the chat room before, and they just come in and start saying, you should do this. And they have no idea what level I am, what I've already done in the game, what build I am. I don't need to use the button. I don't need to use the stinking button. I can just do this. Whee! Because, you know, just because something worked for one person in a video game doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. Because it really depends on what perks you're taking and how you're approaching the game. Hello. Goodbye. Come on, I want to loot these guys. I didn't want the shock batons. I didn't want the shock batons. We'll drop those. Jeez, I'm still carrying a harpoon gun even. And a rolling pin. I should have left that back at the restaurant. Nope, Rugged Elephant's asking you roleplay. Yes, I love roleplay. Japik's asking, melee builds seem overpowered when using a full power blitz. Is that on your perk tree? I believe it is. That's the one where you can get closer to people. It's not in the strength one. I think it's over here, maybe. Isn't it? Blitz. There we go. Yeah, I've got Blitz. Melee distance is increased, so I could be standing way across the room and somehow, with using bats, I'm suddenly standing beside someone and whacking them. It is pretty OP. I mean, I won't lie. This character has been OP for a while. Dance, did you just chuck a grenade at me?
neutralized. Negative it over there.
You didn't neutralize the threat, Dance. I can still see him.
Tango down.
There we go. Sweet, sweet aluminum. Or aluminium, if you prefer. Oh yeah, roleplay is a huge part of all of this for me. I am a storyteller by by job description, actually. I've had a few books published, and I've been a writer for a while. I used to be a journalist, newspaper reporter, which is telling stories. It's just, you know, telling other people's stories. Written for magazines, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I love roleplay. And having stories. Headcanon, backstory, all that kind of stuff. It's great. And I do write fan fiction too. But mostly, I would say my fan fiction is just me writing down what my headcanons are. Because most of the stories I've written, well, I think all the stories I've written, like the stories I've written about Fallout are like stories about the things that happen to my characters in Fallout that sort of fill in the gaps, if you will. Like for this character, Rose, there's a little story that I wrote about a conversation that she had with Gage, because way back, gosh, I don't even remember how many levels ago, how many episodes ago it was, when she was still a raider boss.
Is someone present?
Yeah, I'm present. See, I just used that blitz right there. I was standing in another room, and now I'm right next to him. When she was the raider boss, she had to figure out how she was going to handle the situation of the main quest line. I pretty much ignored the main storyline for quite a while. I just went straight to Nuka World, well, more or less straight to Nuka World. I went there around level 20 something, and ooh, more buckets. Buckets for IceStella's shop. Became the raider overboss. Didn't do any of the main storyline stuff. Completely ignored Preston and Concord and all of that. I think I was level 70 before I even went to Concord. It was actually a year ago, because I ended up going to Concord for Christmas time. And then I went and turned on the raiders. And that's all on my channel. But yeah, that was a year ago. I think there's an episode called Rose the Krampus. And an episode called Rose the Savior. And some different ones from Christmas time. Rose the Santa Claus. I built the Santa's workshop at Sanctuary Hills for Celtic Granny.
You must die now, human.
Oh, you guys are up here now? Oh, you're pretty tough. Damn. Dance just lighting things up. I'm standing right here, Dance. Alright, there we go. I'll just get out of your way, sir. He is hellbent. That's not aluminum. Just a tin can, but okay. We're out. That's all I came for, was the aluminum. That's all I wanted. But yeah, so Rose was trying to figure out which faction she was going to side with and how she was going to handle the conflict in the Wasteland, because there's not really... I mean, you can join the raiders and you can be a raider overboss and you can have raider outposts and vassal settlements and all of that, but none of that comes into play in the main storyline. You still have to join a faction if you want to do the main storyline. You still have to choose if you're going to be with the Institute, the Brotherhood, the railroad, the Minutemen, you know? So I wrote a story that was basically the conversation that she has with Gage while she's trying to work out which faction she's going to side with and how she's going to handle the situation. Because I was working that out in my own mind. I was trying to think in my own head, you know, what is Rose going to do? So I just wrote it down. And I put it online so other people could read it if they wanted to. But that's the kind of stories I write. I write stuff like that. Kind of supplements my playthrough. Now, I have recovered this settlement. It is no longer a raider outpost. I finally managed to turn it back into a normal settlement. So we have a few people living here. We've taken down most of the raider stuff. I guess we should take down that raider flag. I guess I missed that. There we go. Oop, got a lot of bottle caps to pick up. Any buckets? Nope, no buckets. Oh, I'm gonna hang on to the coffee tins. It says whiskey, but I think that's just an empty bottle because it's under junk and not under aid. Yeah, Chapek's saying you teleport with Blitz. Yeah, you teleport right up next to him. That's right. Where did Dance go? Look, he's always like right in my way when I don't want him to be in my way, and now that I want him, he's... Where are you? Come here. Dance, settle down. He's antsy. He's antsy, Dance.
Hey.
Ready. A smart soldier is always prepared.
Okay. I just want to give you my stuff. Hang on to these for me. I don't want to accidentally use them. But see, this had been a raider outpost, so I put in some Nuka World stuff as if they had brought it with them from Nuka World. And we have a pet Mirelurk here. Oh, I guess we still have the pick-me-up station. Huh. I should probably get rid of that. In my experience, having a normal settlement with raider stuff in it doesn't go well. But actually, let's collect. There's probably a bunch of things in it. Yep. Okay. Let's scrap this. Mirelurk. And scrap this because we no longer have raiders here. And let's put this poor feral ghoul chair out of its misery. But the Mirelurk can stay here. This can be its nest. That's fine.
Yes?
But we changed that. That was a raider watering hole kind of thing. Changed it over to a normal one. But all this stuff was raider stuff. And that's just hanging over the side there. I don't think we have very many people living here though. Yeah, only 3. with no food. So all this stuff is not really necessary. Oh, it was such a pain in the ass to reclaim this settlement, though. I was having a problem with bugs. When I would try to go to reclaim a settlement, if I went in to kill the raiders, and I knew it was possible, I could go in and kill all the raiders and then get the settlement back as a normal settlement and not a raider outpost. But if I went in to kill the raiders and I killed too many of them at a time, the game would crash. And it happened many, many times. I mean, I lost track of how many times it happened. It must have happened 100 times to me in the process of clearing out these various raider outposts. And what I would have to do is I would have to go way up there on the bridge. See that overpass up there? I'd go up there, and it was outside the boundaries of the settlement and possibly even outside the cell. I don't know, the game cell. But I would shoot. I would snipe from over there. And I would snipe one or two of them at a time, and then they would get mad and they would come running out. And when they were out here outside the edge of the settlement, then I could attack them and kill them, and it didn't seem to be a problem, and it wouldn't crash the game. But I had to, you know, snipe them and lure them out from this overpass, and then eventually clear them out. And there was like there's 20 raiders in every one of my raider outposts, so it would take me a while to clear them all out. And then once they were all dead, I could come in and activate the workshop, and it would be a regular settlement. Where's the Deathclaw? Is there a Deathclaw over here? There's usually a Deathclaw over here. Under the big oak tree. There he is! Ooh. Dance? So much for stealth, huh? Something got killed over there. There's also gunners up on that part of the overpass, and there's probably an assaultron. Oh, hey. Yeah? Anything? He's savage. Not anymore. Oh, and I leveled up. Time for a barbecue, right, just like?
Anything useful?
Oh yeah, I found a hand. And some meat. But yeah, did you see that? It looked like an assaultron was shooting at something down here. There's usually an assaultron up there, but I don't know what they were shooting at. I saw the big old red laser beam come out of its eyes and shoot something down here.
There's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
What were you shooting, assaultron? I don't think you were shooting the Deathclaw. I could be wrong. Anyway, I managed to eventually get this back. Oh, yeah, we gotta scrap that. Got this back as a regular settlement. Scrap all remnants of raider stuff. Nope, there's another flag. Hey, Ross is asking, how did you get the glowing Mirelurk? With contraptions. The contraptions DLC? I believe that's the one that adds because I bought the season pass a few years back when that first came out. You remember there was the season pass thing, and you paid I think it was $30, and you would get all of the DLC when it eventually came out. And so as they released each thing, you got that thing. But they see cages there, and there's small cages, medium, large, and you can catch different animals. Rat scorpions, yaguai, anything. And as long as you have one of these beta wave emitters, or beta wave emitters, however you prefer to say it, then they stay tame. They stay friendly. And I think ours is up on the roof. Let me go up here. Because they'll come out of their cages being angry. Yeah, see, I've got one up here. But if you have this hooked up, then they'll be a pet. In my first playthrough with Fiona, I know I keep talking about Fiona, but she has ghouls. She has some pet ghouls at Starlight Drive-In. If you want to sift back through my YouTube channel and find the last couple of times that I streamed as Fiona, which I think, I'm trying to remember when that was. I streamed as Fiona when they did the Bethesda E3 showcase, and I streamed as Fiona a few other times around then, I think. But there should be a playlist on my channel. I think there's a Fiona Minutemen playlist. If there's not, there should be. I'll make one. But, yeah, she has pet ghouls. There's ghoul cages. Now, you can also trap gunners. So there's the ghoul cage. There's a gunner cage. And raiders. Gunners and raiders can't be pets. As far as I know. The wave emitter doesn't seem to work on them. They just come out angry. And then you have to fight them. But that's why in contraptions you can build all the arena stuff. There's arena things you can build. See, arena. And there's traps and things that you can put into the arena. There's some videos of that on my channel. If you search, I want to say it's like Starlight Drive-In, Deathclaws versus Robots is the name of the video, I think. It was a while back, but yeah, I actually did a battle between Deathclaws and robots in an arena that I built at Starlight in my first playthrough. I mean, I'd show you now if it was in this playthrough, but it's not. This playthrough, Starlight Drive-In, still belongs to Raiders, and that's where Gage is right now. And I've never gone back. I haven't cleared that one out yet. Haven't confronted Gage since I turned on the Raiders. I could probably stand to fix my power armor, so let me check that out.
I hope this has something to do with our mission.
Rugged Elephant says, I roleplay as well. I'm doing my drug-addicted soldier, who's also a nerd. So are you no longer a raider boss? No, I am not. And that's kind of similar to what I was role-playing with Rose. I was role-playing that she was a drug addict before the war, before all the war stuff happened, that she'd had some addiction issues, and she hooked up with her husband, had a kid, got cleaned up, and that he was the one kind of keeping her, you know, on the straight and narrow. And then when she lost him and her child, she just didn't care about anything anymore. And so that's all she was doing, was just surviving. And she joined up with the Raiders, became the Raider Overboss. She was using chems. Because my first playthrough, I never used any chems. Until, well, recreationally after Fiona hooked up with Hancock. I imagined that they would do some jet now and then or whatever. But for battles and stuff, I never used chems. But, you know, Rose had some issues. And but eventually, yeah, it's all kind of told throughout the whole storyline, all the different live streams and things that I did. But in a nutshell, she was using the Brotherhood of Steel to build the molecular relay so that she could get in to find her kid. She really didn't care about the Brotherhood, but she pretended she did. But then she was running around with Dance, and Dance reminded her of her husband. And he, you know, he's a very straight and narrow kind of guy. And so he kind of inspired her to sort of, you know, get it together and try to be a better person. So when he's around, she tries to be a better person. But when he's not around, she still does some bad things. And the choices that she makes sometimes have more to do with what she thinks will impress Dance than what I would personally myself do. You know, it's more that's kind of how I roleplay is Rose. Well, in her heart of hearts, Rose just cares about Rose, but because Rose cares about Dance, then she also cares about, you know, what he has to say and how he feels about things. So she's trying to impress him, but, you know, she's a survivor and she'll do whatever it takes to survive. But she tries to be good. She's trying hard. Usually. See if I have anything to put on the wall. I thought I had. I've got early retirement. That doesn't go on there. The harpoon gun doesn't go on there. I guess I could put the Chinese officer sword. Maybe that'll go on there. Sure, why not? There we go. Yay. Get that out of my inventory. But yeah, no, she's not a raider boss anymore. She had hooked up with Dance, joined the Brotherhood. Hadn't turned on the raiders until I finally got around to visiting Preston in Concord around level 70. And then I went ahead and Preston wanted me to kill the raiders, so that's what we did. There's actually a video on my YouTube channel. It's called Rose is Feeling Good. And it's an edited video with footage from that live stream when I went to Nuka World and killed all the Nuka World Raider Overboss people, all the various bosses of the gangs in Nuka World and stuff. And it's set to music, but it kind of shows, you know, when Rose decided to turn over a new leaf because of Dance. If you want to check that out. There's also a video on my channel called 111 Kisses. And it's the story of Granny's Kiss, which is my baseball bat. But it's also the story of Rose. There's the baseball bat. And that video is also edited, and it's edited with footage from several of my live streams. And it basically goes from, I think, around level 4 or 6 or something, all the way up to about level 65, and it shows each upgrade that I do to the baseball bat weapon that I use throughout the whole game. And so it also shows Rose getting different power armors and vanquishing different enemies and doing different things in the game. That one's about a half an hour long because there's a lot of content. I mean, this is episode 159, and when I made the video a while back, you know, there was a lot of live streams to pull from. Rose had done a lot of things. But there's that video, and it's good as an overview of what I've done in this playthrough. Alright, well, we're done here. Let's see, what were we going to do? I was going to take Dance out here and drop him off at Red Rocket. Or I could drop him off at the Noir penthouse. Where was that Noir penthouse? God, now I can't even remember where it was. No, it was downtown. It was near Good Neighbor. That's right. It was near Good Neighbor. I remember. Because I remember thinking that, dang it, that Hancock would like it. Here we go. Noir penthouse. I wonder if I can leave Dance there, or if I'm gonna have to, because it's like, I think it's similar to home base in Diamond City. I don't think I can assign him to stay there. Oh, did I miss a spiked pole? Chapek's telling me I missed a spiked pole by the flag on the porch. Oh, thank you, Josike. Josike says, another great Friday. Another great Fallout Friday. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I was able to live stream. This is a lot of fun. I've missed it. And I've missed you guys. Alright, so let's see if I say goodbye to Dance here.
Hey,
You point, I shoot.
Okay, let's
Paladin.
talk.
Speak your mind. I promise not to judge.
your thoughts?
If I lost you, I don't know what I'd do.
Aww.
We should go our separate ways.
I'll head back to the bunker and wait for you there. Just be careful. If anything happened to you, I honestly don't know what I'd do.
Aww. Let's see. I don't know if I can send him to the Noir penthouse. I don't think I can. Nope, it's not an option. Okay, well, let's cancel that. Oh, he's going to Red Rocket Truck Stop. Okay, well, don't die on the way, Dance. I guess he's just going back there by default because that's the last place I had sent him. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That works. So now, what do I need to do? What is this? Tell the Brotherhood about the synth refuge. Yeah, I want to do that. Let's go check it out. This is something I have not done before, so this could be interesting. Okay, Rugged Elephant is saying they can wait in the penthouse, but you can't send them to the penthouse. Okay. Well, is it like Skyrim? Will they wait a certain amount of time and then go back to their default location? Why does it got a little door icon there? That's weird. Let's go tell them about the synth refuge.
You've done a heck
Now-
of a job.
Oh, all right, thanks. Ad nauseum. Here's the thing. Now, Rose knows that Dance is a synth, and she loves Dance anyway. She didn't care. He's a synth. And she honestly doesn't give a crap what the Railroad does, and doesn't really give a crap about anything the Brotherhood does. She really doesn't. But Dance does. See? And Dance
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
would want her to join the Brotherhood to destroy the Institute, which is why she did that. And I think Dance would want her to tell the Brotherhood about the synths in Far Harbor. I think he would, because he seems to. I mean, he's a self-loathing synth. He knows that he shouldn't exist, or he thinks he shouldn't exist. He still believes in Brotherhood
Looks like we have a
ideals.
thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
So I'm going to imagine that they have some kind of a conversation / argument where he wants her to turn the synths into the Brotherhood, even though he's a synth, and she would say, you know, well, that's dumb, and I don't want to do that, and you're a synth, and yada yada, and he would say, well, that's what I want you to do. So she'd do it. That's my thinking here.
Moment, Sentinel. We have squires in need of training.
What?
They're young recruits. They need a good example to follow. Someone to emulate. I realize the mission is simple on the surface, but you'd be helping to secure the Brotherhood's future.
I didn't expect this. Sure.
What exactly do I have to do?
You'll be given a location to purge
Softball
those
team?
post-bomb deviants. This includes synths and those mind-eroded children of Adam.
Oh, okay.
A squire will accompany you. He or she is to watch and learn. Could
Great.
be a simple mission, but largely beneficial to our young soldiers in training. What do you say?
I have never done this before either. Sure.
I'm happy to help out.
Good. One of the squires is waiting for you. We've given her a location.
Huh.
Escort her there and show
Never
her
done
how
this
the Brotherhood
before.
deals with abominations.
Abominations. Yeah, whatever. See, that's why I don't personally like them, because that's how they refer to
Communications
synths
array
and
calibration
ghouls.
test successful. All bands
And
normal.
I don't agree, but okay.
I have a situation I need to report.
I'm being
All right.
Rose, so that's what we're
listening.
gonna do. Is it possible to head north? I found escape synths, Acadia.
I
Acadia.
found a place called Acadia. The Brotherhood will want to do something about it.
I fail to see why I, or anyone, should care about this. Are you going to explain why this is relevant?
Yeah, I'm about to. Growing in number.
There's a synth calling itself Dima, gathering followers in Acadia.
It's renamed itself? You mean it's acting autonomously? What are you going on about?
They've obviously never met Nick Valentine. Durr.
They're trying to set up some kind of permanent place for themselves, outside the Institute.
So this isn't an Institute operation? Well, that makes it even worse. I'm starting to see why you brought this to me.
Oh, now you see.
What else can you tell me?
Maybe I don't want to tell you nothing. Big jerk.
Acadia has been turned into a fortified location, hiding escaped synths.
They're actively defending themselves, in other words. All right. I've heard enough. You were right to bring this to my attention. I'll see that the matter is raised with Elder Maxson as soon as possible. If he wants to eradicate this menace, we'll need time to refit vertibirds for extended flight. I'll get the crews to work.
Huh.
In the meantime,
Okay.
any additional intelligence you can gather will help ensure that the action we take is precise and coordinated. Do not engage these synths until we're prepared. Understood?
I guess. Okay. Now, see, if I was Fiona, I would be concerned for the synths, and I would be concerned for the safety, especially of that one. There was a daughter that I can't remember her name.
Completion time 14 minutes.
But her parents wanted me to go and find her because she thinks she's a synth, but she's not sure she is. You know, I wouldn't do this as Fiona. But I'm being Rose, so Rose doesn't care. Rose doesn't give a shit. Hey, nice coat.
Superstructure integrity green.
Elder.
Operating stable.
Yes, Sentinel?
Are synths still a threat?
Though the Institute has been destroyed, there are numerous synth units that are still roaming the Commonwealth. Even with their command structure destroyed, they present a significant threat and should be eliminated on sight. Did you have any other questions?
How can I continue helping the Brotherhood of Steel?
Speak to the crew. I'm certain that they have plenty of missions available, if you're willing to pick up the assignments. Was there anything else?
Yeah, I was wondering which one of these recruits here helps you with your bondage gear. What? No. Okay, I'm
Not
done.
right now, Elder.
Very well. Then
I mean,
suggest
he is
you
the
return to your
elder,
duties.
but he's got that, like, you could just hook a little chain right up to the front of that, yank him around. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else? Just me? See, I'm wondering who on this boat has the real power.
You needed to ask me something, Sentinel?
Who's your dominatrix, Elder Maxson?
We may have liberated the Commonwealth, but our job is far from over.
Hey, still falling. How you doing? It says, how's the waste landing? I'm doing good, thanks. It's fun. Still enjoying this game. Still a lot to do. Or a lot Rose can do. Like that. I'd never gotten these quests before. My first playthrough, I didn't do any Brotherhood stuff. So this is new. Leading by example. I still want to kill Zeller, though. Really wanting to do that. I think this is the quest that you do to unlock the caravan posts in your workshop. Little caravan tents so that the traveling caravans will come to your settlements. There's a few settlements that they come to anyway. Like, I always see them out at Covenant, and I think they go out to the Slog and stuff like that. But, and County Crossing, I think they'll go to. But if you want them to come to all of your settlements, you have to build those little tents. And to get the tents, I think I have to do this. So I'm going to do it. And where is that going to be? Kill Zeller. Well, there's Bunker Hill. So, where's Cellar? Oh. Right there. East Boston Prep School, huh? Well, that's near the Mechanist Lair. Oh, that's not far away. Okay. Alright, well I don't think I'm going to do that today. I think I'm going to call it a stream. It's getting late here. I didn't realize how late it was getting. I got a little bit of a late start, but I've been streaming now I think for about 3 hours. So, yeah, that's enough's enough. I need to go have some dinner and spend some time with my family, check in with my husband and all that good stuff. Oh, looks like there's a guy over there getting the vertebrates ready for long distance travel. Well, that'll be something new. I haven't done that before either. Kasumi, yeah. Kasumi Nakano, I think, is her last name. Right. Thank you. Still falling. Something like that. Uh-oh. Jessica says, you and Dance won't be safe in Far Harbor anymore if the Brotherhood comes in. Oh, well. Oh, well. Maybe they'll eventually leave the Commonwealth entirely and just go somewhere else. Maybe they'll go out to the Mojave Wasteland, or maybe they'll go to the Capital Wasteland. Who knows? Or maybe they'll go live in that little vault in my Fallout Shelter game. I've got a Rose and a Dance vault dwellers. I've named some of my vault dwellers Rose and Dance. And Rose, I got some XO1 power armor in Fallout Shelter. So my Eeny Beeny Little Mini Rose has Eeny Beeny Little Mini XO1 power armor. It's adorable. Oh, IceStella is still here. Okay. IceStella, did you see the shop that I was making for you out on Far Harbor? I didn't catch if you had made any comments about that. I didn't know if you were here to see that. I'm making a shop and a restaurant for you at Echo Lake Lumber. Oh, you're very welcome, Japik. Thanks for stopping by. You too, Ross. Ross is saying have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much. Thanks, IceStella. Yeah, I hope your little one's feeling better soon. Just like it says, time flies when you're having fun. Yes, it does. And I'm so glad I've gotten a chance to hang out with all of you. New viewers and long-time viewers. Thanks for being here. You know how YouTube works. If you're enjoying yourself, please leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends, and you can look me up on YouTube on my About page. Check out my YouTube channel. Lots of playlists, lots of things to see over there. Lots of other games I've played. My live streaming schedule is still a bit up in the air right now because my husband had surgery just a couple weeks ago, and of course it's the holidays right now and there's a lot going on anyway. But I do try to stream Fallout every Friday. I do try to do Skyrim every Monday. Tuesdays I try to do what I call Try It Tuesdays, which is trying out new games. I am going to try to play Fallout 76 this Tuesday coming up. I'm gonna try really hard to make sure I get that. I'm gonna put that on my schedule. My gaming schedule is usually updated over at patreon.com/JewelSmith, just like my YouTube channel, JewelSmith. And from my About page on YouTube and from my Patreon page, you should be able to find links to my websites. I know I've talked about, that I write and I make jewelry and I have a Twitter account and there's other things that I do. If you want to find out more about all of that, you can go down the rabbit hole, click on the links, and find out more there. But otherwise, hope to see you guys next time. Take good care of yourselves.